So I want to share an experience with you. And I just call a man for thank you for starting out something. I recently I buying stone from a company. Company gave me a good price with the stone. In the process of buying the stone, some concerns were raised by my foreman about the tonnage of the stone. Right? And this is something very prevalent in Guyana. Guyanese people, petty. Any little thing. I'm telling you about big people, big business people. Any little thing they're trying for rob you, $1,000, $2,000, and that kind of thing. So I'm buying stone from this company. Right now I'm going through the process of them with checking back. They didn't refuse to check back the stone and everything else with me and so on. So they refused though. But they're in the process of checking up and making sure everything right. Because I found some inconsistencies in the numbers being delivered. In the process of that, this happened last week, I decide when the people then bring in the stone for me, the crush and run, because I'm doing a project at the back of Guru. When the people then bring in this crush and run, I stop the trucks and I carry the trucks and weigh them at the dump site. Right? The next day I wasn't satisfied with the numbers we get from the dump site. I wanted and when you're checking the efficacy of drugs and all and things, you got tests again to make sure you're right? Don't just wake up and they say, oh, like somebody jitting me. No, you got tests and you gotta make sure you got evidence. So I call Forrester. Y'all know Forrester does do steel. Forrester over the West Coast. The Dead Eccles got a huge place there. I didn't know Forrester sells stones. Forrester sells sand. All these things, right? Anything you want, you could call Forrester and get. So I call Forrester. I can't say no the owner personally, but when I look at how Forrester has grown over the years, the business, I could say there's a stand-up guy, right? And somebody dedicated to the business and the development of the business. When you see how Forrester, the business operates, you know the principal is somebody of a certain stature and carry themselves a certain way. So I call Forrester, I say, man, I want you to weigh these trucks for me, boss. Right away, he put me on to somebody, say 8 o'clock in the morning, I start this is the process. I say, all right, I carry the truck. Now, when I go to weigh the truck with stone at Forrester, when I woke up the morning, I checked my weight, and my weight was 242, right? So, there's me scale in my bathroom. So, when I go to do the scale at Forrester, when you go, the scale got a big clock there up at the top, a digital clock showing you what's the weight. So there ain't no secret going on by far. There ain't no undercover thing. Big scale there up there. Big number there up in here. So I go stand up on the scale, right? To get the weight. To just see if it would weigh a person. Bear in mind this thing weighing trucks, you know. This thing big, weighing trucks. It got 0 on it, I think. You know, when I go on that scale, a big truck scale that weighing tons was able to pick up me to the pound 200. Well, it coming in kilograms for heating. When I calculated, 242 pounds precise. And I just now called the big man. I said, man, you know, I want to thank you for the favor you give me, because we just drive in the truck in the place and check the truck, the truck weight. At the time for that one was right, because remember the day before the people them realized I answered them and I check in weight. But at a time where everybody trying to rob everybody, I'm telling you guys, Forrester is a place you could go. And I one time I got a complaint, and when they now setting up right in the place that there was now setting up the plant for the cement plant, and somebody was complaining about the dust, and so I highlighted. They made the necessary adjustments. I never get no complaint again but Forrester. People get complaints about me, people get complaints about every workshop. Anybody making nice, everything is complaints in here, you know. A lot of viable complaints. And when somebody complains about an issue or a shortcoming with you, you gotta address it, right? So I'm sharing, the reason I'm sharing this experience is that it comes at a time where the confidence in customer service, the respect for companies are very low, because everything, all Guyanese companies, everybody acting like a hustle. Well, let me be honest with you, I've been to, they got a lot of companies that doing good work, like Forrester. Recently I've been running to yellow mines for a lot of fuel, fluids, right? I don't really do anything myself, but now you're getting an experience. Marine, this place next to Hab, what is sell hoses and all them thing. I run to them. Them Banaga nice customer service, very aggressive with the pushing their products and a certain quality of products, Parker products and everything now. But I wanted to share that, and we gotta share more of like Gaffurs. I don't get a problem when I go to Gaffurs. You understand? But so many business you go to, it's like hustlers, man. Everything is a little hustle. You understand? Everything is they're trying to see how much they could squeeze out here. They're trying to get blood out the water. Right? So I'm hoping that sharing this and other people would share the people who they go to and provide good service. Right? Share it. You go to a company and they're providing good service and they got shortcomings, we can highlight the shortcomings too. But I could say with Forrester, because you go in and buy your stone, it's $9,000 a ton for stone, right? You ain't looking for nobody jit you a ton. You ain't got no scale home by you for figure out the tonnage. Forrester, when I go on the scale was able, imagine the scale is about 60 feet long, because it's take them big truck, and I was able to stand up and down, watch and see me weight. Nothing else in the scale, me weight exact, precise. You understand? And you going board the market and try for rob you head one cassava and potato by pound. You understand what I'm telling you? So it's an experience I just share with you guys, with the hope that people could know well there you could go, and Forrester's reliable. You could go to them and get your thing and with confidence, right? Gaffurs you got some good companies, but they got a lot of sketchy companies that popping up, and they would rob you for nothing. You understand? Right? So just me experience, me 2 cents.